Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all for stopping by today. I need a reset, and I know just the place. In about 45 to 60 days, I'll be headed back to the United States to take care of some business, visit friends and family. And a lot of people are looking at it as a reset. I look at it as a repeat. It's just going to be the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it's going to be good to reconnect with my friends and family, enjoy some of the foods that I haven't had in a long time, but it's not a true reset. I already know what's waiting for me over there. I need a new adventure right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. And the only place I would even consider leaving the Philippines for would be Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The place has a special connection with me. Back in 1983, as a young sailor on the USS John F. Kennedy, we went to Brazil. It was the first stop on our Med cruise, 5 days and 4 nights. And boy, did we have a great time. Copacabana Beach, the whole 9 yards. And I just remember how cheap it was at that time. We had filet mignon and a bottle of wine, and I believe it was $3.60 altogether. You know, back then, I was wild and free, man. A gram of cocaine was $5. You could get a whole ounce of pure cocaine over there for $140. And I'm not condoning drug use or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I remember. The G-string bikinis, women were walking up and down the Copacabana beach, leaving nothing to be desired. It was the first time I'd ever seen a real live human being in a fishnet bikini. It was like nothing to them. I just remember how footloose and fancy free people were on that beach. They were playing soccer, volleyball. We stayed right across from the beach on the 37th floor. I believe it was $17 a night. It was. And man, the beautiful women, it was just crazy. As a matter of fact, there were 6,000 men on our ship. And I don't know who set this up, but whoever did, they were bussing women in from all over South America so that there would be enough women there for our appetite. I'm talking about 6,000 hungry men. We ended up spending 20 million US dollars in 5 days over there. And I always said I was going back. It's an enchanting place. Trust me. You see Sugarloaf Mountain. This is where James Bond made some of his movies. Some of his greatest movies were made there. It just cast a spell on me. And I would be there now had I not came to the Philippines first. Because the only reason I didn't go back to Brazil, because I'd already been there. And I said, I wanted to come to some place new. I ended up choosing the Philippines, and I fell in love with it. But after being here for 5 years, I just need a reset. I'm not tired of the Philippines. This place never gets old, but I need a new adventure. I'm going to follow the advice of Andrew Carnegie. He said, see as much of the world as you possibly can. And for me, the only place I would even consider is Rio de Janeiro. It just has a pull on me. It's so familiar to the Philippines for me, the way I was treated. And when I watched this video, this documentary last night, and they were where they were staying and the people he were meeting, it just brought back so many memories. It just reminded me of this place. I said, I could do a lot of good there. Y'all know I like to help people. There's people struggling there too. And I love the beach. Look at this. I don't know if this is Copacabana Beach or not, but I think it is. And so I've decided, that I'm going to visit Brazil. When and for how long, I don't know, but I'm certainly going. I can't get it out of my head. And I know you're probably wondering, well, will your relationship survive being gone 2 or 3 months? Because when you talk about my visit home and then leaving to Brazil, then coming back here? Absolutely, it will. I mean, I would rather reset, get my juices flowing again, because you can take people, places, and things for granted. And I believe that's what's happened. And I think people are taking me for granted. And I just want something new, and I think this is going to be the place. It's not Thailand for me. I've been to Thailand. I really like it. I'm eventually going back. But for me, it's going to be Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That's where I'm going for my reset. And I know there's some things that concern me, but I'm going to always look at it from the positive side. You know, the language. That concerns me. Because I was only there for 4 or 5 days before, so it really wasn't a big hurdle to climb. The crime, anywhere where people say, "Oh man, be careful when you go to Copacabana beaches, pickpockets, robbers and everything like that." That concerns me because I don't have that here in the Philippines. I don't worry about that kind of stuff here. And of course, the drug cartels and stuff like that. But there's so much more to Brazil, the Brazil that I remember, than that. And remember, I was born in Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm not a country boy. I want to warn y'all about something. The guys from Louisville, Kentucky, man, we're sharp. When I was on that ship, and we used to gamble, man, guys from New York, LA, Chicago, they had nothing on us, man. We was the coldest gamblers, the whole 9 yards, guys. So I can hold my own anywhere I go. But it's a few things that concern me. But yeah, this is where I'm going. There's no doubt in my mind. And if anybody watching this has any recent information about Brazil, visa, and everything like that, put it in the comments or send me an email, because this is where I'm going. Look at this place. It's beautiful. This is the only place that would pull me away from the Philippines for any considerable period of time. I mean, you got to realize I'm close to Thailand, Bali, Indonesia, but I won't leave the Philippines because it has a grip on me. But Rio de Janeiro will pry me away from here. And that's what I need. I think everybody needs a reset. This way I'll have something to weigh it up against. So don't be surprised if you look up and you see me vlogging from Copacabana Beach or one of those other beaches over there. And it's not about women, man. I've got a good woman. At some point, at 60 years old, you realize that life's more than just that type of relationship. You have to have more relationships. And I always tell you that the world's approximately 197 million square miles. And what you're looking for is probably somewhere out here. So there's no sense in me coming to the Philippines and repositioning my diet. That's really all I'm doing. So now it's time for me to move again. But I'm coming back. This is my home. I live here. That's why I told Marilyn, she's not worried about my commitment, because she knows that I put my roots down here when I built this house. Booby's here. It's very important of all my children that I'm here for Booby. She's going to be the one with the most questions. She's going to be the one who needs me most. So no, I'm not bailing out. But I think I'll be a better person, more well-rounded person, because I'm the type of person, boy, I get comfortable in a minute. And boy, am I comfortable here. I've got a great life here. But there's nothing wrong with traveling and seeing other places. Remember, we're in the fourth quarter, and Brazil has really got my nose open. Man, I don't believe in coincidences and serendipities and all that stuff. There was a reason I watched that documentary last night, And it grabbed a hold of me. It just reminded me of why I love Brazil so much. They called me Muhammad Ali when I was there. I have nothing but great memories from that place. Funny memories too, because a lot of guys, they went to sleep on the beach, man, and boy, did they get sunburned. I'm talking about blisters. I believe it's the first time I ever saw those type of blisters that come from just laying out there on the beach too long and drinking. And, the weed back then, I mean, it's just so powerful. And the Navy, see, before you pull into a place like Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, they'll warn you, they'll give you sort of like an orientation about where you're going. And they'll tell you, the pitfalls and everything, what to look out for, where not to go. And of course, when they tell you in the service where not to go, we end up there anyway. But they warned us about the drugs. They said, the drugs are more powerful here than what you're probably used to. And drugs is illegal, by the way. But we didn't listen. We were drinking, man. It's just a blur. I know I had one of them amateur weekends. Well, actually, I had an amateur 24-hour day. I mean, it was the most exotic place I'd ever seen as a 20-year-old from Louisville, Kentucky. I joined the service right out of high school, really. I hadn't been anywhere. My first duty station was in Memphis, Tennessee. And then I went to the USS John F. Kennedy. And, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I was just, I don't know, I was blown away. I don't even have words for it. But I spent all my money in one day. I had to borrow money from some of my friends for the rest of the days we were there. I spent every penny I had in one night, man. I'd never seen women like this. I'd never seen the partying. I'd never seen the beaches. Nothing like that at that time. And I was sold on Brazil. And I said, yeah, I'm coming back. I'm going to live here one day. But of course, life has a strange way of showing up. And I ended up here, and I'm not disappointed in any way. I do remember riding past this Christ statue. It was after a date that I had with a woman. She was actually a school teacher. She wasn't a lady of the night, but because there was so much money there, women were coming from all over Brazil to earn that money. They would earn more money in one night as they would do in a whole month. So thank y'all so much for listening. Yeah, I need a reset, guys. And I know just the place. It's going to be Brazil. I'm not going to get stuck over there. I'm coming back. I've got a family here. I've got a home here. I've got a life here. But I think this is going to do me good. Sometimes, man, we get too comfortable. We let our guard down. And I think that's what I've done here. Just give me a chance to cool my heels for a little bit, to exhale, so to speak. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, see somebody in the street or wherever you see them. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. I'm going to let my membership watch this video first before it goes public. It's just one of the perks of being a member. I'm not going to take you for granted. Not a day goes by I don't help somebody here, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time.